What's good, family? This your boy Tony the Finesse Guy, man, and I am back with another video. And on this one, man, we're gonna be reacting to the girl who set her boyfriend up and got him killed. That's crazy. This is wild, man. But before we get into this video, man, I just want to let y'all know I appreciate all y'all, man, and I love y'all. I've been reading y'all comments, you know what I mean. I'm thinking about getting into the comedy thing a little bit more, you know what I'm saying. I got some ideas and stuff like that, man. And we almost 13,000 subscribers too, man. Within the whole year, man. So that's just crazy. I went from 0 subscribers, just shot up to 13,000 subscribers in a year. So I appreciate all you guys. And my first YouTube check was 4,300, you know what I mean. So that's crazy, man. I invested in the channel like I told y'all I would, you know what I'm saying. I got the GoPro, that was like, I think like 600 or 900, you know what I mean. I got the MacBook Pro, this cost me like 1,400. I got a drone for the vlogs and stuff like that. We gonna be in the Dominican Republic, you know what I mean. So look out for that. For those who haven't seen my vlogs, I vlog Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I don't think I really vlogged the Jamaica trip too much. And then the Cabo, I'm not sure if I vlog Cabo like that too much either, man. But the Puerto Vallarta, I vlogged that one a lot, man. But the vlogs, pretty much I stepped my game up, man. So we gonna give everything to you, the best of the quality, man, the best of the best, you know what I'm saying. And I'm gonna just keep on stepping my game up. So I appreciate y'all, man. But before we get into this video, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell button and share this video. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Let me get this headset here.
On January 3rd, 4 p.m. local time, police were called following reports of an attack that happened in a town called Reading, Berkshire. And this is in England. But unfortunately, though,
when he said Reading, nigga, I thought Reading like California, but he means England. Okay. I'm like, Reading? You know what I mean? For those who live in Reading, California, I don't think stuff like this happens. Not that I be in the area like that, but I'm a truck driver, so I drive through places like this. But Reading is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like real suburban. It don't look like a place like that, but these look like suburban kids. So what do I know? You know what I mean? They probably got some white boy stoner gangs up there, man. Shit, I don't know. Yeah.
the boy that the emergency calls were made for passed away at the scene while trying to fight for his life, and he died by a knife wound made to the back of his neck by the sword that you guys are seeing right here on your screens. I mean, it's a really sad situation, and this kid was unfortunately the victim of the narcissism and selfishness of the people around him. So in today's video, I'm going to be going into the details of what happened to him, why it happened, and the aftermath that took place. Oliver, or Ollie for short, as his friends and family called him, is a 13-year-old boy who went to a local school named Highdown in his town of Reading, England. According to his parents, though, Ollie was diagnosed with autism and was suspected to have something called pathological demand avoidance. This means that not only did Ollie have trouble communicating and behaving normally, but he also had a tendency to go against what he was told to do. And it may seem like I'm trying to put this kid in a bad light to some of you, but nah, that's not what I'm trying to do at all. I just wanted to shed some light on the difficulties that this kid was already going through before his life was unfortunately stripped away from him. And the most painful part about this whole situation is that Ollie didn't even die on the spot when he was stabbed. After the incident, he was fighting for his life, trying to make his way back home from the...
That's crazy, bro. Look at the distance. Like, dang. Bro was fighting for his life. And he was out there in the woods. That's like some scary movie type stuff, y'all. That's like the Blair Witch Project. You know what I mean? Running through the woods. I wonder, like, if this is like in the middle of the night too. Like, They man, I didn't know y'all was rocking like that, England. God dang.
Park of which he was stabbed at. And the witnesses who saw this random kid, stumbling and stabbed with blood covered all over him, tried to revive him and did what they could do to keep Ollie alive until the paramedics could arrive. But sadly, it was a failed attempt. However, as of now, what we know from officials is that his murder was
Hold up. That little girl, these don't look like no teenagers. And I wonder what the boy looked like. But, you know, these don't look like no teenagers.
Inspired by a group of teenagers. A girl and a boy aged 13 and another boy aged 14. All of them have been charged with conspiracy to commit grievous bodily harm. And since then, they have been held in a youth detention custody center, and the date set for their trial is the 21st of June. And it was said that the trial itself would last anywhere from between 5 to 6 weeks, so it's gonna be pretty drawn out. And during the hearing of their case, they were told that their crime was so heinous that if they were adults, they could have easily landed 14 years in prison without a trial. In addition to those charges, the 13-year-old girl was also charged for perversion of the course of justice. In other words, she was found to not only delete information from her phone that linked her.
See, that's the thing. Who's this girl's parents, bro? Cause she look fast as hell. That's what ghetto mamas call fast ass little cow. She look fast, bro. Like, look, like if I got a 13-year-old, 14-year-old daughter, you not wearing that top, you not wearing no lip gloss, you for sure ain't gonna have no nose piercing. You know what I mean? Maybe I let the lip gloss go, okay? But the piercing at 13, no. You know what I'm saying? That top, you gotta cover up. Ain't no showing no skin. Like, she look like she look grown. She look like she about 20 something. 13, nigga. Shh.
To the murder, but also told her accomplices to do so as well. Oliver's family described this ordeal as every parent's worst nightmare, and they extended a message of gratitude to everyone in the situation who tried to help in any way that they could, including an off-duty doctor who actually tried to save him when he found Oliver fighting his way home. I mean, this is brutal. Like, in his last dying seconds, this kid could think of nothing else but making his way back home to his parents, his mom, his dad, and his siblings. But as I said earlier in the video, Oliver studied in a school near his home called Highdown School, which was where people were laying flowers to pay him tribute. And to help Oliver's family with expenses such as funeral costs, especially during this crippling pandemic, his friends have set up a crowdfunding campaign with a goal of about £21,000 and is soon to be reaching that target. And actually, at the time of this recording, the goal has been met of £21,960. So it's good to know that Oliver's family and, close ones are getting the financial help that they desperately need. And it's absolutely tragic that a murder happened in a park where, people are supposed to be having fun at, family gatherings, picnics. You go there to walk your dog, hang out with your friends, or play catch, football, whatever the case may be. But now every time people go to that park, they'll be reminded of the heinous murder of a 13-year-old kid that took place there. And let's not forget that Ollie was diagnosed with autism, which means that he already had trouble communicating and navigating the world of being a teenager. Being 13 years old, he had his whole life ahead of him. But unfortunately, it was tragically cut short. The loss of Oliver Stevens has left a void in his family and in their own description, and Ollie-sized hole has been left in our hearts. His older sister, Amelia, who was 16 at the time, put out a statement on her social media apologizing to him, saying, "I'm sorry I failed you. I wish I could have saved you from it all." And she ends it with,
"Damn, y'all. That's sad, bro. Like, if that didn't get you teary-eyed, nigga, that's sad. Now this girl, she feeling guilty because she like, yeah, I should have been there for my brother. Like, I could have did something, but there ain't nothing you could do. Like, if she was there, she could have ended up dead too. And my condolences go to the family, and just because I got 3 boys, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't imagine losing one of them like this. Like, if this happened to one of my boys, like, I'm going crazy. Yo mama, yo daddy getting it. I ain't harming no kids, but not if your kid harm my kid in this type of way, then I'm gonna do what I have to do. I don't care, y'all, but this is heartbreaking, man. This is hard to watch. I ain't even gonna lie.
They promised to pursue those who committed the crime. Quote, "We will get justice for you, my angel." Honestly, this is brutal. Now let's talk about the suspects in this case. And to start off, this is the information that I found on the internet, and not all of it is 100% verifiable, but they were constantly being circulated by people on different social media platforms. So take some of it with a grain of salt. First off is the 13-year-old girl named Skylar. She was apparently the girlfriend of Oliver Stevens, from what's been gathered on the internet. You know, I saw this on Twitter the first day it took place. So here's how the story goes based on what I've heard.
Hold up, Oliver. You couldn't have had that many communication problems if you was able to pull her, bro. You know what I'm saying? The kid couldn't have been that bad. He looked like a normal kid. I wouldn't know if he had autism and any of that until you told me. You know what I mean? Like, for real. So Oliver, you know, Oliver has some game, you know, but he just picked the wrong girl, man, which is sad.
Yelled at Skylar at a party for sending revealing pictures, which are nudes, of herself to other people. And he was mad at her for, you know, basically cheating digitally. And Skylar, being the obviously narcissistic, entitled.
See, I told y'all, she fast, bro. She a fast little girl. You know what I mean? Now she out here she supposed to be in a relationship with this boy. And now she out here sending pictures to all these boys. See, this is the parents' fault. Because you should have had control of your little fast-ass daughter. But y'all out here letting her think she grown. I wish they would show the parents. Let's see, man. They just might show the parents in this video. Let's see.
Girl that she is, she didn't take that well and proceeded to put up a modern-day bounty hunt on her boyfriend through Snapchat. I know it sounds weird, but apparently this is exactly what happened. But this is what she posted to Snapchat. She said, "My boyfriend has been pissing me off lately, and yesterday he shouted at me for sending nudes to someone else. So I want to set him up to get robbed or stabbed, but not killed. So just stab him in the hand or something to teach him a lesson. I will bring him to the destination for you to do it. Snap me if you want to do it. Need it done this week." And of course, at the very top, you can see her price of what she was willing to pay out is $154 or pounds and 94p. So yeah, she posted what essentially is a bounty hunt on Snapchat with a price tag of what, 154 pounds, which translates to what, like $175, which I doubt a 13-year-old has. And on top of that,
see, like I said, bro, this, first of all, where the hell you get $154? And why aren't your parents monitoring your social media? Like, why isn't anybody reporting this? Like, I want my boyfriend stabbed. I want my boyfriend killed. Hello, like, somebody, you know what I mean? Notify the parents or something. Like, these are kids. Like, this is crazy, man.
And she said she would lure him to the destination for him to get robbed or, you know, stabbed. However, upon my little bit of research I did, I found out that Skylar has a TikTok page that has quite a large following of about 25,000 followers, which is pretty impressive for a 13-year-old. But I mean, in this day and age, any girl, regardless of her age, seems to be pretty popular online. So that's not a surprise. But since the incident, it has been set to private. And since then, there has been a disgusting amount of copycat accounts out there trying to profit off of her crime. I guess they're trying to, you know, steal the spotlight, the limelight, or the popularity of anybody who's trying to find her real account. And anytime something like this happens where someone kills someone else or someone commits a horrific crime, there are always copycat accounts out there. I just find it weird. It's bizarre, but if you try to contact any of these fake profiles, they're mostly filled with trolls. You'll actually get some responses from them, you know, pretending to be Skylar, of course. Like this one that says, "I told you guys to rob him, not M him." And M in this context referring to murder. You know, I guess like it's like a rush of dopamine to the brain for these people, you know, who get to be in the spotlight for something that has nothing to do with them. However, upon the publication of this incident to the public, there was obviously a lot of outrage. And based on my research, people got a hold of her Snapchat username, her private phone number, her address. Like I actually saw a picture of her docs. I found that. I don't know if it's illegal to download or screenshot a docs, but I did for research purposes. However, I obviously won't be sharing it in this video for legal reasons. And let me make this clear, I'm not condoning violence or any threats to a 13-year-old girl, even though she is an accomplice to a murder. But I do understand why people feel this way, because if that were my brother, you know, and this 13-year-old girl was the direct cause of his death, I don't think I would take her age into consideration for what I might do to her if given the chance. I know it sounds f***ed up, but the situation is brutal.
Thank you. Exactly. So I'm happy to know that I'm not the only one that's crazy. Like I said, like if it's my family, bro, like I'm just gonna have to do what I gotta do. And I got some, you know, people in some high places. So if you do something to my family, it's a good chance I could get rid of you in for good. Let's just put it like that. I ain't gonna say too much on the internet, man.
It's tragic. But now let's move on to the guy who actually did the crime. According to what I found, the boy who stabbed Oliver Stevens in the neck and left him for dead has not officially been named by law enforcement. But there have been pictures circulating on the internet where the people who posted them claim that this is him. And the pictures that I found of this kid,
What's this little square throwing up, bro? Like, what is that? But hey, like, I don't know, that he's still a square, bro. I don't care. Like, just cause you kill somebody, like, that don't make you no gangster. That don't make you no man. He just trying to show out for this little fast girl. He probably thought he was gonna get him some or whatever, but you know, these kids are just brainwashed by what they see on TV. You know what I mean? Movies and music videos and stuff like that. Like, look at this kid. Got a nice home and everything. And where did he get this knife from? Like, how do your parents not know about this, bro? Like, this is crazy.
you can clearly see that he has dirty blonde hair. He often wears a lot of black. He's throwing up gang signs. They look to be gang signs, I think. In another picture, this kid is posed up with, I believe that's a hand sign for guns, as if he's holding one. He has a little chain around his neck. Pants are hanging off his hip, you know. I don't know if he knows how to actually wear a belt. Clearly not. In another image, he's wearing all black, so clearly that's his color. I don't know what the hell. Maybe that's just a part of his image. But in this image, this is the most important one that I found, you can clearly see him posed up on an electric scooter, right? His face totally covered up. And in his hand is what appears to be a katana or some kind of sword. And I believe this kind of stuff is illegal in the UK. Like, you can't have knives or knives this large in your possession, especially at 13 years old. However, based on the clues that I've gathered, I believe that this is the murder weapon. This is the knife that the murderer, which is this kid.
So you mean to tell me that's the thing with these kids, like, they think they can post stuff on the internet and record stuff and say things and get away with it. Like, this looked like it was before the murder. Like, look where he's at. Like, I could tell. I don't think I know for sure. Like, this is before the murder. Well, obviously before, because you don't see any blood on the knife. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's see what else this dude got to say, man. This is good.
Used to kill Oliver Stevens. And here's another view of the katana or the sword. You can see it's pretty long, and I don't know how a 13-year-old kid gets a hold of a weapon of this caliber. But hey, clearly this kid is hanging around these streets. You know, I'm getting the vibe that this guy, he's probably influenced by a lot of violent pop music in today's day and age, we already know. We already know there's a lot of drill music out there, you know, street music that glamorizes violence and murder. And a lot of young boys are influenced by this stuff. So I'm pretty sure that this kid is one of them. However, like I said, I haven't been able to officially find verifiable info to indicate that this is the actual person who took Oliver's life. But I think it's pretty obvious at this point, because some things you don't need law enforcement to come out and tell you. Like, it's pretty obvious.
Hey, listen, you dumb old you, bro. I'll kill you, fam. I'll f***ing end you. Watch, if you're on badness, yeah? If you're on bad, hey, listen, I'm coming outside your school tomorrow. Be there, have your shank, and we'll see what I've done.
And also, I found an interesting Reddit thread discussing, Oliver's murder. And people in that thread were speculating that at most, she would get either a year in prison or some kind of light tap on the wrist due to her age. And this speculation comes from the fact that she's a 13-year-old, and she's a girl, and she comes from a wealthy family. However, based on what I could see, this post has now been removed by Reddit moderators. I suppose they don't want people talking about the case on their website. But I just want to know something. Like, realistically speaking, if things were to go as planned, right? According to Skylar, what she created some blueprint in her head to execute this plan to teach her boyfriend a lesson. If he had survived, what did she think was gonna happen? Like, she would lure Ollie to the park, get stabbed in the hand as she suggested, then what? Would the killer tell Ollie, hey, this is from Skylar, about the time you yelled at her at that party because you sent nudes to some other guy? Like, I can't imagine an outcome that would make Ollie think, you know what? My girlfriend Skylar's right. Okay, Skylar, I'm sorry for yelling at you for sending nudes to other guys. Can you ever forgive me? Like, what did she think that was actually going to happen? Like, that just goes to show you how immature and stupid this 13-year-old girl is. And now, as far as what the law enforcement in Reading, England have done to the suspects in this case, they've all been detained under youth detention custody, and their trial is to be set on the 21st of June, like I said before. And as for the late Oliver Stevens, a petition has been set up on change.org, and this petition is aiming for 50,000 signatures, and it calls for a ban on lethal weapons without a license, or all lethal weapons owned under the age of 21. And as much as I would like to think that our late Ollie is the last victim of such a brutal attack and loss of his life, we all know that won't be true. The best thing we can do to prevent this sort of thing from happening again is to educate the younger generation. Help them realize that even though movies and pop music may glamorize killing and, violence in general, since we all know that a lot of young boys are influenced by this kind of stuff, they should be educated on the fact that it's all an expression of art and should not be taken as real-life situations. But yeah, that's pretty much it for our discussion on the murder of Oliver Stevens. Let me know what you think down below about this whole incident. I'd like to know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to support me, the channel, and the videos that I produce for you guys, be sure to head on over to my Patreon page by using the link down below in the description. I have like 3 different tiers that I'm pretty sure some of you will find interesting. Some tiers offer your name to be featured in all my videos. You can unlock exclusive 4K wallpapers that I personally use on my computer. You get early access to videos that I upload before it ever releases on YouTube, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. So if you're interested in supporting me, be sure to use the link down below in the description. And with that being said, it's your guy Destiny, and I'll catch you guys and ladies in the next one.
Alright, y'all, go support his channel, man. That was pretty good, man. You never know what these kids are capable of these days, man. Like, that's why I try my best to be the best I can be as a father, you know what I mean? And keep my kids busy in sports and in school. And this just teaches me something, because my kids are still young, like 6 and under, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, this just teaches me, like, as a parent, like, just to be aware, you know what I mean? And just take all the things that my mom taught me and, bring them to my child, teach my children that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's crazy. Like, these kids are out of touch with reality. Who knows, they could have been on drugs, you know what I'm saying, too, but who knows, man? But like I said, man, keep an eye on your kids' social media, because, like, you never know what they out there doing or saying. You know what I'm saying? If she was in America, she would have got like 40 years or possibly life. You know what I mean? Or manslaughter. I don't know. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know down in the comments, man. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell button to share this video, man. All right, y'all, I'm out.